Be honest.
Good question. You put me on the spot. Whatever I say,
You will be wrong.
I will be wrong.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
You know, they
So send a message out. Send a message out.
No, I told them we're here. Yeah.
I got my new cap. Oh, watch it. I got the early investor cap.
Yeah.
So happy to be here. I've never been to a Bubba Gumpa show.
Oh, this is my favorite place.
But I love the movie.
Every time I come to Times Square, I come here.
Awesome.
Can I have a seat?
Sure.
I even had my birthday party here.
Oh, wow.
That shows like how much I love it.
I think I should have a birthday party.
We're
What's up,
kind of
y'all?
yeah. What's up? We're kind of in a hurry.
In a hurry?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this real fast like a boxing. You feel me? Let's pick it up. How y'all doing? Where you from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yeah, I'm here on the west side.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
welcome.
Oh,
You look
wow.
inside,
Yeah.
it says not
Yeah.
left, not right, forward.
Wow. That's so much detail.
Yeah, and it's a piece of, it's Yang Early Investor. Look at that
Oh
picture.
my God.
Look at that.
Where'd you get that?
I got it from the campaign store.
Wow.
Yeah.
For like $50.
A little more. Just a little more. I splurged.
You Yang Gang, you're crazy.
I splurged a little bit.
You're crazy.
And I got a card too. They
Yeah,
give you a
yeah,
cap
yeah.
and
Yeah.
they give you a card.
Oh my God.
So I'm like card carrying original
Oh my
Yang
God.
Gang.
So
Right
tell
here.
me, when did you meet me first time?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Thank you.
Other candidates go home feeling super whack. Yeah, they all done. Humanity first, that's the slogan. 2020, here we come. Clap your ballot at the booth just to prove he makes moves. And guess what? Everybody
When's the last time you heard a politician say the words Fourth Industrial Revolution? Never! Just now, when you're barely a politician. Am I right, New York?
Hello there. Yes.
What do you think of the rally?
I think it was incredible. We showed that math is greater than MAGA. You saw what was going on over there. This is a limited edition shirt. It was available for like 24 hours. I knew I had to buy it. It says Yang Gang on the back, and there you go.
What is your name, may I ask?
Sure, yes. My name is Nick Rivera from Connecticut.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What is the main thing that attracts you about Andrew Yang?
I would say that it's his humanity, putting humanity first, meaning that, you know, there's automation wave that's coming. He's the only candidate that's talking about that. He's talked about, you know, freedom from substance abuse and depression and mental health, things that other candidates aren't talking about. He really has his hand on the pulse of America right now, and that's going to appeal to people from all over the political spectrum.
How many of you all work in technology here in New York? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of technology in the Yang Gang. If you have your hand up, you know that what we did to the manufacturing jobs, we will now do to the retail jobs, the call center jobs, the fast food jobs, the truck driving jobs, and on through the economy. How many of you have noticed stores closing around where you live? And why are those stores closing? It's a one-word answer.
Washington Square
Amazon,
Park,
that's right. Amazon.
the Humanity First rally. Saw Andrew Yang, and it was awesome. Had a really good time. And Ching interviewed me, as she's doing right now. And nothing's changed. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm more Yang Gang than ever. I watch all the videos. I tune in to as many rallies, live streams as possible. Like, you know, a shout out to grassroots, #Yang Gang. I got to actually meet them at the Basic Income March. That was another one.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Where you come from today?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
I'm from the Upper West Side of New York City.
So I just keep coming to campus and get the word out, and I yang out. I got my gear and everything. So this is about our country, and this is about a new way forward. I saw that ad, that TV ad, it blew me away. It makes me hopeful. It makes me optimistic that we can have a better future for ourselves, for our posterity, save our democracy, and save capitalism by reforming it, a human-focused capitalism, so we have measurements on what matters to us. Like, what really got me supporting Andrew Yang is the fact that he's focused on mental health. Like, he has a section where he says we're going to invest in America's mental health, and I was like, wow, where you been? Because we definitely need that.
And I have to confess, like I suffer from depression.
Okay.
For many
me too.
years. Really?
Me too.
Are you serious?
Me too. And this
So
movement
this
has
like
helped.
really lifts my spirit up.
Yes, same here. You're not alone,
And
Chick.
I'm thinking of talking to my psychiatrist. I said, can I like not taking the goddamn pills, you know? I don't know. So this is like every weekend, because during the week I'm pretty busy. Every weekend I always look for something to do. I don't need people to tell me what to do anymore.
Like this?
I will look for it.
Have you heard of Andrew Yang? He's running for president 2020. He's running for president 2020.
Wow. Kelsey, McDonald, and you made it. That's awesome. What is the material? How do you make it so large?
So that's why I'm so excited. It's the first campaign I've ever donated to, the first campaign I've ever followed as closely as I am this one. And I just try to Yang everybody I meet. Yang the family, Yang friends on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, you know, so I do it as much as I can. Well, how did you first hear about Andrew Yang?
Okay, first of all, I am at the Bubblegum, my favorite restaurant in Times Square. So, while I never was politically really sensitive, I mean, I like to watch stuff. I remember watching Bill Clinton was being elected or being the whole process, debate, stuff like that. So, because I came from China, I grew up in China, we don't have election. So I was so excited to see like this so-called freedom, so-called people have rights to vote. This time with Andrew Yang, it was because my college friend, Cao Di, she said, I'm coming to New York. She's from Boston. She said, I'm coming to New York. I'm going to go to May 14th. There's a rally in Washington Square. I said, okay, if you go, I'll go with you. I had no idea who Andrew Yang was. So, but the funny thing was, she was too busy. She didn't come. So I went anyway because I canceled all my students. So I planned to go. So I went, and that's how I met you, Nick. Otherwise, I would not meet you. That's a fate.
That's right.
So I went, and I went really early. I remember I got there 4 o'clock with all my gear. So, can I ask you some questions? You all look so young. Are you a student?
Yes. Yeah.
Where, may I?
Here in the city.
Oh, yeah. So you're involved with this thing just for today or for...
No, we're part of
So
the...
yeah. We're all part of
part of
like
the intern school.
Yeah, we all work at HQ. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I try to get onto the podium where the media, I'm...
Oh yeah, that press pool was big,
I'm with the Juhl Media. That's my sort of company, independent company. And then all the other people having like really fancy cameras. I was holding an iPhone, with the skinny tripod. And then
I remember.
You go away, So they drove me away. So I said, fuck you. So then... And then I went to the very first row of the podium. I stood there for 90 minutes. Yes, dear.
Who was the actor that played Forrest?
Oh,
quiz.
Tom Hanks.
Woo! Yes! Forrest Gump Pro
Hey,
here.
15 points to Gryffindor.
Wait. Don't
Yes.
leave me. Do you? Well, it's not like I'm gonna give you money, okay? I'm gonna give you fucking $1,000, okay? This is Andrew Yang. Have you heard about him?
I'm not.
Can you vote?
Can I vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say yes. Say yes. So we're Yang Gang.
Vote. Okay,
We're
good.
Yang Gang. This
Yang
is
Gang, that's
Andrew
right.
Yang.
Yang Gang.
Check him out. Andrew Yang is the next president of America.
Yes,
All right,
he is.
I'll check it out.
Yes.
Check him out.
YouTube him. Google him. That's it.
He's a light-skinned Obama. So
Ah!
I see the change.
He's a yellow Obama.
Yeah. Yo, Obama.
Yo.
Yo, Obama. So that's my table. So I went that rally without having much expectations, without doing too much research.
Okay.
But I didn't even like Andrew Yang at the rally. You know why? Because I think he's full of shit. You know,
Oh,
he was
wow.
like, he was like that, you know? So I was like, what the fuck is that guy? And but
Honest
yeah,
first
but
impression.
then I turn around. I see you. I see a lot of people. I was so moved by the people. And they're not even Asian. They're not yellow. They are all kinds of colors.
Exactly.
That's what, like,
Sea of humanity.
yeah, really energized me. So from then on, the next movement is June 4th. I actually spend money to attend a fundraising.
Okay.
And then
Remember that?
I put the camera really close to him.
So I would love to take questions since I'd love to take advantage of this environment.
With a person who's dead or alive, who would you like to have lunch with 3 person or dinner? And why?
So because I'm a very efficient person, they would all be alive, and they would all help the campaign in various ways. So the question is, who are the 3 people I could meet with that would be the biggest needle movers of the campaign the fastest? And so I'd love to take suggestions, but the 3 that pop into my mind are Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, love him or hate him, and either Oprah Winfrey or Ellen DeGeneres. It's going to be tough to win them over, but I would love to give them a crack. I'm actually, when I'm in Los Angeles for Bill Maher this week, I'm also meeting with one of the big celebrity agencies, the William Morris Endeavor Agency, and they're inviting a bunch of their celebrity clients. So I'm going to be meeting with like the Hollywood stars and see how many of them I can win over. So that's my list of 3.
That was one of my best video I made. He talked about his strategy to us, to only 20 people.
Wow.
So it's very intimate. It's not that bullshit at rally, So and then after that, I started to follow him more. I read his book.
Yes, me
because
too.
they gave us a book since I paid money to enter.
Or on normal people.
Yeah, and then I bought the tape, the CDs.
Yes.
I listen to the CDs
Oh, it's great.
when I'm doing housework, and so that really bought me. And I yelled my husband first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Juhl in New York. I'm volunteering with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. I was wondering if you had settled on support for any candidate in the election.
So I put the book in his bag on our vacation in early August, and he actually read it. He likes to read. He read the whole thing, and he's a Yang Gang.
Yeah.
And so you're not decided yet on anybody. Yeah, me neither. But I figure, when my son says, "Well, he can't possibly win," and I said, "Well, yeah, Trump couldn't possibly win either at this point." And at this point, I'm looking for the best candidate. When I get to the general election, I'm looking for the least worst candidate. So, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And the book is called The War. Okay. You have a good weekend. So long.
So I believe Andrew Yang is a process.
Yes.
You don't believe somebody right away. You first is kind of an exposure,
Sure.
right? You're being exposed.
Oh yeah, there's
And
stages
then-
of Yang.
Right.
That's right.
And then you are researching, or you are influencing, and then you are exposed again. You see other people what they do, and then you say, what can I do to help? So my skill is media, video, and I play music too. So I actually played. electronic violin at his fundraising in Flushing.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
opened the show. You know. So Nick, are you a TV personnel or something? You're so good in front of the camera. So
I'm a
what
natural.
is your profession?
If you look at my resume, it basically has jobs that Andrew Yang says are going to be automatable in the next couple of years. So that was another thing too. I was like, how can I not support this guy? So, you know, I'm trying to find a path forward for myself, and this campaign has really helped tremendously, just giving me hope. It's been a glimmer of hope this year for sure.
When did you hear about him first?
Okay, this was late February, early March. I saw an ad on Instagram, I believe, and I clicked on it. It was Andrew Yang for President 2020. I was like, let me read up on this guy. And I saw the pictures. Okay. And then I was like, my sister, shortly after, was watching the Breakfast Club interview, or heard about the Breakfast Club interview, so we watched it together. And then I watched the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and then that just sealed the deal for me. And I was like, I need to get my Yang gear now, and there was a limited edition shirt, you know, with Andrew's face on it and Yang Gang in the back, and I was like, I gotta get that, and I gotta get my math cap to be ready for the rally in May. So just a few short months later, you know, he's gone from someone no one's ever heard of, you know, fringe, to, you know, being between, what, 6th, 5th, 4th in the polls and climbing in some polls, you know, so it's just going to continue to grow. He's been in the debates. He's already qualified for the November debate, and he's going to make it to the December debate, no problem. So I'm excited for that, just the growth of the campaign and the new phase that it's entered, especially with this TV ad. It was actually made by the same team that did Bernie Sanders ads in 2016. So that team is now Team Yang Gang. So,
Great.
you know, and I just love what's going on in New Hampshire and Iowa. I've been watching the live feeds and all of the town halls he's doing, and it's enthusiastic. Just the excitement. And then yesterday, Andrew Yang made history, being the first Asian American presidential candidate to register, to sign to be on the New Hampshire ballot, primary ballot.
I watched that.
Yes, it was awesome.
Online.
He signed it, a New Way Forward, and the fee was $1,000. The filing fee to be on that ballot is $1,000. But it's like poetic justice, because that's 1 month, that's one freedom dividend check, $1,000. So
Great.
I think it's coming full circle, and it's just going to continue to grow.
So what are we doing today?
Okay, we're going to go canvassing in Times Square, and it's going to be near NBC, I heard, you know, with Broadway. So there's going to be a lot of passersby. It's a cold night, but we're going to really warm it up with, you know, yanging and canvassing and getting people excited and informing people, just getting the word out. That just like really warms me up, warms my heart. Really, it does. I'm going to meet new people, you know, new Yang Gangers.
It's like 37 degrees outside.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Nick. I am so happy. I feel like I'm a child. Like, you know, in this whole revolution of movement.
The childlike awe is back.
Yeah.
Who's American? Who wants $1,000 a month? Come on.
Uh-oh, you're frightening my friends.
What's up?
All right, guys, anybody legally available to vote in America here? I need a registered Democrat right now. American citizens.
Yeah, I'm wearing the pussy hat.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
You guys could be related. Are you Chinese?
Nothing there, but it sounds
Yeah.
like something.
Are you Chinese?
我是台山人
Huh?
台山人
驼山?
Yeah.
Oh.
你呢
我是上海人.
Oh.
We're
So
speaking
fancy.
Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's from Shanghai.
I'm from Shanghai. He's from Toshan.
My family's from the dirty South.
And
Killian.
Huh?
Killian.
Kill him.
If you're not American, don't eat at Olive Garden. There's much better Italian restaurants in New York. If you are American, let me talk to you about Andrew Yang.
I'll send you a friend request later.
Hello. Are you Americans? Hey, do you know Andrew Yang? You can have a sticker.
Are you a registered Democrat, though?
Yes.
Yeah, Andrew Yang. We're the Yang
I've
Gang.
already chosen my candidate.
Who?
It's a little early.
That's my
Secret.
personal business.
Secret.
Yeah.
I think it's more than a promise. $1,000 a month for every American over the age of 18, paid for with a value-added tax on tech company activity. So, sounds like a win-win to me.
Medicare
If you think
for all.
about Jeff Bezos not paying taxes at all through Amazon.
He's dressing Andrew Yang.
I'm Andrew Yang's personal stylist because I want $1,000 a month. You hear me? What would you do with $1,000 a month? What would you? Are you American? No. All right. You're lost. Hey, what would you do with $1,000 a month? That's my question for you.
Yeah, for you.
Are you a registered Democrat? Are you?
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Andrew Yang, Andrew Yang, Andrew Yang, Andrew Yang, Andrew Yang, Andrew Yang. We're going to NBC. Yang Media.
Let's go.
Shout out. That's the.
Okay, we're going.